Welcome to ERP Radio, your recovery resource. My name is Jennifer Stewart, and joining me today is my co-host,
Pam Zuber.
For those of you who don't know who we are, Elite Rehab Placement is a no-cost drug and alcohol rehab assistant provider. Our mission is to help you or your loved one find the right addiction treatment center for your specific needs. We work with some of the top centers across the country, and I'd like to welcome you today to our first podcast show. Every week, we're going to be talking about different topics in regards to addiction and recovery. We're even going to have special guests every week to talk about their journey into recovery and what they did and their success story. Our topic today is the link between depression and alcohol. Pam is one of our fabulous content writers, and I'm going to let her talk about the topic more in depth.
Okay, thanks, Jen.
You're welcome.
There are definite links between alcohol abuse and depression. And since they're so connected to each other, they feed off of each other. You might be feeling depressed, you have a bad day at work, so you have a few drinks. And you might feel better when you do this, so you might start doing that on a regular basis. But you shouldn't do that because alcohol is a depressant, and that means it depresses certain chemicals in your brain. If you drink a lot of alcohol or take other substances, you could be affecting these chemicals in the brain. If you affect these chemicals in your brain, you could be feel depressed or anxious, or you can have mood swings, and you might want to self-medicate by taking more drugs or using more alcohol. And it's a vicious cycle how alcohol feeds off of these moods.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you one thing, many of our clients struggle with depression and substance abuse. I said earlier in the show that we partner with different treatment centers across the country, and we actually partner with treatment centers that specialize in dual diagnosis. Dual diagnosis serves a great purpose when clients have coexisting conditions such as depression and substance abuse.
And dual diagnosis is extremely common. There are statistics that say that dual diagnosis is when you've been diagnosed with a mental issue like depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder, and a substance abuse problem. And it could be alcohol or it could be different kinds of drugs. And these conditions are extremely common according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This organization says that people with mental illness problems have substance abuse problems also about a third of the time. And for people that are severely mentally ill, they have substance abuse issues half of the time. So you see, Jen, how this is super common, and you shouldn't feel ashamed if you have this because you're in a lot of company, and a lot of people seek treatment for these conditions.
The great thing about Elite Rehab Placement is we have counselors on 24/7. So if you have questions about this for you or your loved one, please feel free to reach out to us because they'll answer any questions. They truly make the whole recovery journey easier for you. They do all the legwork. They'll find you the right treatment center. They'll go over your insurance coverage. They'll even manage your travel arrangements.
Find out about what ERP does and about dual diagnosis, about alcoholism, about other substance abuse issues if you go on our website, eliterehabplacement, that's one word, .com. And it's a resource where you can really find a lot about these types of issues.
And we have different articles up, so a whole arena of education. So please join us next week as we interview Ben, our content writer. Ben suffered from addiction and has been enjoying sobriety life for the past 6 years. He's going to share his story about going to a rehab treatment center and how it literally saved his life. He is such a source of inspiration for us, and I know you will be inspired by his story. So again, if you or a loved one is suffering from addiction, please reach out and call us. I'm going to give you our phone number. It's 844-548-3407, and speak to one of our counselors. They're there 24/7. And if you'd like more information about Elite Rehab Placement, visit our website, www.eliterehabplacement.com, and like us on Facebook because we're constantly have articles posted every day.
Thank you, and join us next week.